As we navigate through our later years, a silent thief can begin to erode our physical vitality, leaving us feeling weaker and more prone to falls, even when we believe we're doing all the right things. This insidious condition is known as sarcopenia, and it's a remarkably common concern for individuals over the age of 60. It's not merely a natural consequence of aging, rather, it's a biological process where our bodies lose muscle mass at a rate that outpaces their ability to regenerate it. Imagine your muscles are gradually diminishing, a subtle yet significant shrinkage that impacts your ability to perform everyday tasks. Simple actions like rising from a chair, carrying groceries, or maintaining balance while walking can become formidable challenges. Recent scientific investigations have revealed a startling reality. Seniors can experience a loss of up to 40% of their muscle mass annually. This translates to a potential disappearance of nearly half of your muscular strength within a single year if no proactive steps are taken. It is precisely for this reason that this discussion is dedicated to unveiling 5 essential foods that you should incorporate into your breakfast routine starting tomorrow and continuing each morning to effectively combat further muscle loss. The 5th food in particular is so profoundly effective that it is a staple recommendation from traditional Chinese medicine practitioners for their elder patients. By the conclusion of this conversation, you will possess a clear roadmap to regaining the vigor and appearance of your younger self, feeling as though you've turned back the clock by decades. This promise is rooted in extensive clinical experience. As a medical professional who has guided thousands of elderly patients through the challenges of sarcopenia and muscle depletion, I have meticulously observed their lifestyles and dietary habits. Over 85% of these individuals have reported significant tangible improvements after integrating the 5 specific foods that we will soon explore into their daily meals. Before we delve into the specifics, I invite you to share your own journey. Where in the world are you watching from, and what is your age? What specific muscle loss concerns are you facing? Your insights are invaluable, and I encourage you to share them in the comments section below, as I am committed to responding to each and every one. My name is Dr. Hillman, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Senior Food Blog. Let us commence our exploration. Have you ever paused to consider what transpires within your muscles as you sleep? It's a sophisticated 2-stage biological process. Initially, your muscles undergo a breakdown, a necessary precursor to rebuilding themselves stronger. As the day progresses and your muscles are utilized, they sustain microscopic tears within their fibers. While this might sound alarming, it's actually the catalyst for muscle growth. Subsequently, your body detects this damage and initiates a comprehensive repair protocol. It dispatches specialized healing cells that meticulously mend these tears and reconstruct the muscle fibers, making them thicker and more robust than before. This adaptive mechanism is the key to enhanced muscle resilience. However, a crucial element often overlooked is the necessity of proper nutritional fuel in the morning to facilitate this rebuilding process. Your body requires specific food components as the fundamental building blocks for new muscle tissue, and a significant portion of this restorative work occurs post-breakfast. Therefore, if your breakfast lacks the requisite nutrients, you are inadvertently hindering your muscles' ability to gain strength and mass. Regrettably, many seniors make the common error of providing their muscles with the wrong types of food upon waking, thereby impeding rather than supporting muscle health. Before we introduce the 5 beneficial foods to energize your muscles each morning, it is imperative to address 5 common breakfast items that, unbeknownst to many, actively contribute to muscle deterioration. These are the 5 foods you should conscientiously avoid incorporating into your morning meal if your objective is to preserve and build muscle mass. The first food to unequivocally banish from your morning routine is white bread. The moment this processed grain enters your stomach, it undergoes a rapid transformation into pure sugar, which then floods your bloodstream. Your body, sensing this abrupt sugar spike, reacts by releasing a substantial amount of insulin in an attempt to regulate it. The critical issue here is that elevated insulin levels actively impede your muscle's ability to utilize protein for self-repair. It's akin to locking the door of your muscle-building factory precisely when it needs to be operating at full capacity. But here lies a more alarming revelation that eludes most seniors. White bread not only halts muscle growth, but actually accelerates muscle breakdown. When your blood sugar levels plummet following the initial surge, your body begins to dismantle your own muscle tissue to generate energy. In essence, each slice of white bread you consume contributes to the erosion of your muscle mass. A recent comprehensive study, which tracked 2,000 seniors over a 3-year period, revealed that those who habitually consumed white bread for breakfast experienced a 23% greater loss of muscle mass compared to their counterparts who abstained from it. This is a self-inflicted consequence that many individuals experience daily. Consider the case of Margaret, a 62-year-old patient who sought my assistance approximately 2 years ago. She presented with classic sarcopenia symptoms: difficulty rising from a chair without arm support, struggles with carrying groceries, unsteadiness on stairs, and persistent fatigue despite adequate sleep. She had even suffered 2 falls in the preceding 6 months, causing significant concern for her family. Upon reviewing Margaret's dietary history, a telling pattern emerged. Each morning, before commencing her workday, she would consume 2 slices of white toast with butter, a seemingly convenient and filling choice. Unbeknownst to her, this simple breakfast was systematically undermining her muscle health. I subsequently devised a revised dietary plan for Margaret, incorporating the 5 muscle-building foods that we will be discussing shortly. Within a mere 2 weeks, she began to exhibit remarkable progress, regaining muscle mass, experiencing a significant surge in energy levels, and regaining the confidence to ascend stairs without relying on the handrail. Margaret herself remarked that she felt as though she had reclaimed her 40-year-old body, a transformation initiated by the simple act of eliminating white bread from her morning routine. The second food to be wary of is coffee, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach. The moment caffeine enters your system upon waking without any preceding food, it stimulates your adrenal glands to release a surge of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. The detrimental effect of cortisol on your muscles cannot be overstated. When cortisol levels spike in the absence of sustenance, your body interprets this as a survival scenario and immediately begins to break down muscle tissue, converting it into glucose for emergency energy. Even more concerning is the lesser-known impact of this morning coffee ritual. It can effectively shut down your body's ability to build new muscle for up to 6 hours afterward. The cortisol surge triggered by fasted caffeine consumption actively inhibits a crucial muscle-building hormone known as IGF-1, which is indispensable for muscle growth and repair. Consequently, even if you consume protein later in the day, your muscle-building mechanisms remain dormant due to this initial morning misstep. A recent study involving 1,600 seniors who habitually drank coffee on an empty stomach each morning for 14 months yielded alarming findings. They exhibited a 22% greater loss of muscle mass compared to those who ate before their coffee or abstained from morning caffeine altogether. Researchers identified this pattern as chronic muscle catabolism, a state where the body persistently breaks down muscle tissue even during periods of rest. One of my most challenging cases involved James, a 62-year-old security guard working demanding night and day shifts. His relentless schedule allowed for only 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and he relied heavily on copious amounts of coffee, often 6 to 8 cups daily, consumed on an empty stomach due to time constraints. James was unaware that this habit was insidiously debilitating him. He began experiencing severe muscle weakness, was unable to manage the heavy equipment at work, and suffered from profound exhaustion. Despite his caffeine intake, his employer was considering his dismissal due to his diminished capacity. Upon realizing the extent to which his coffee addiction was destroying his muscles, James felt despair, believing it was too late. His strength had waned to the point where climbing stairs left him breathless. However, through a tailored dietary intervention and support in managing managing his caffeine dependence, coupled with the adoption of muscle-friendly breakfast foods, James experienced a profound recovery. He is now capable of working full 12-hour shifts without succumbing to weakness or fatigue, and has even taken up coaching his grandson's little league team, an activity previously beyond his physical capabilities. James's revitalization was a direct result of altering his coffee consumption habits. The third food on this list may come as a surprise, as many seniors perceive it as a sensible, protein-rich breakfast choice. Indeed, you may have received recommendations from other healthcare professionals touting its benefits. We are referring to processed meats. What these recommendations often fail to disclose is the insidious presence of a chemical compound that systematically damages muscle fibers from within, even as you believe you are nourishing them. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausages, and deli ham, are frequently chosen by millions of seniors for a quick breakfast protein source. However, the moment you consume bacon or breakfast sausage, the nitrates and nitrites used for preservation begin to transform into potent inflammatory agents known as nitrosamines within your stomach. These toxic chemicals then enter your bloodstream and directly target your muscle tissue, triggering widespread inflammation. Your muscle fibers effectively begin to swell and break down as your immune system mistakenly identifies them as under attack, creating a sensation of internal micro-explosions with each serving. The truly shocking aspect that many seniors remain unaware of is that these nitrates not only induce inflammation, but also corrupt your muscles' repair mechanisms, turning them against themselves. Upon reaching your muscle fibers, nitrosamines damage the mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses responsible for energy production. Without functioning mitochondria, your muscles are unable to generate energy or repair themselves. Compounding this issue, the damaged mitochondria release free radicals, which continue to destroy healthy muscle tissue for hours after consumption. You are, in essence, poisoning your muscles from the inside out. A recent study involving 1,400 seniors who consumed processed meats for breakfast at least 4 times weekly for 16 months revealed devastating consequences. They experienced a 33% greater degree of muscle deterioration compared to those who completely avoided processed meats. Researchers concluded that nitrate exposure led to a condition termed chronic muscle inflammation syndrome, wherein muscles remain in a perpetual state of breakdown, incapable of effective recovery or rebuilding. Just last month, I encountered Sarah, a 67-year-old retired school teacher whom I had treated approximately 8 months prior. When Sarah initially sought my help, she was experiencing profound muscle weakness. She struggled to carry groceries from her car to her home without frequent rests, found it difficult to exit her bathtub, and her handwriting had become so shaky that signing her name was a challenge. She harbored fears of a developing neurological condition. During our consultation, I discovered Sarah's deeply ingrained breakfast routine. For the past 12 years, every single morning, she prepared 2 strips of bacon and a breakfast sausage patty, adhering to her late husband's advice that protein was essential for strength. She was unwavering in this practice. Sarah was unaware that these processed meats were saturating her system with nitrates, fostering chronic inflammation that systematically destroyed her muscle fibers. At our recent grocery store encounter, I barely recognized her. Sarah was effortlessly carrying 2 heavy bags of groceries, her gait confident and energetic. She explained that after transitioning to the muscle-building breakfast foods I recommended and discontinuing processed meats, she now dedicates her time to volunteering at 3 community centers and has even begun ballroom dancing lessons with a new companion. Sarah expressed feeling stronger and more vibrant than she had in her 50s, a transformation stemming from the elimination of those morning bacon strips. The 4th food on our list, oatmeal paired with skim milk, might be the most surprising given its widespread promotion as an ideal, healthy breakfast for seniors. It is frequently lauded in health publications, recommended by dietitians, and often endorsed by physicians as heart-healthy. However, the critical information that is omitted is that this seemingly beneficial food actually deprives your muscles of the vital nutrients they desperately require for survival and growth. When you consume oats with low-fat skim milk, a hidden problem emerges. By removing the fat from milk, you are not merely reducing calories. You are eliminating the essential delivery system required for your body to absorb crucial muscle-building vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. These vitamins are fat-soluble, meaning that in the absence of fat, they pass through your system entirely unutilized. Your muscles are effectively starving for these nutrients, while you believe you are providing them with healthy sustenance. It is akin to discarding the key while attempting to unlock a door. The shocking reality that most seniors are unaware of is that skim milk not only fails to deliver essential vitamins, but actively leaches calcium and magnesium from your existing muscle tissue. The processing involved in removing fat from milk creates an imbalanced protein structure that your body cannot efficiently utilize. Instead of facilitating muscle building, your body is forced to extract vital minerals from your muscles to process this incomplete protein, effectively cannibalizing your own muscle tissue to digest what you perceive as a healthy breakfast. A recent study involving 1,900 seniors who consumed oatmeal with skim milk daily for 18 months revealed alarming results. They experienced a 29% greater loss of muscle mass compared to those who consumed whole milk or entirely avoided dairy. Researchers identified this phenomenon as nutrient malabsorption syndrome, wherein muscles become deficient in essential vitamins despite adequate food intake. I vividly recall the moment I recognized the potential harm of this widely promoted healthy breakfast. It was at my daughter's graduation ceremony last spring when I noticed Dorothy, a 69-year-old retired bank manager whom I had treated 2 years prior. When Dorothy first came to me, she was exhibiting alarming muscle deterioration. She could no longer lift her 3-year-old granddaughter, required assistance to open car doors, and had developed a noticeable hand tremor that caused her embarrassment during meals. What initially puzzled me was Dorothy's fervent commitment to healthy eating. For 15 years every morning, she consumed a large bowl of steel-cut oats with skim milk and a banana, following her cardiologist's recommendation for a heart-healthy, low-fat breakfast. She meticulously measured her portions and never deviated from this routine, yet she could not comprehend why she was weakening, despite adhering to what she believed was sound nutritional advice. At the graduation ceremony, I witnessed Dorothy exuberantly chasing her granddaughter around the playground, effortlessly lifting and spinning her. She appeared radiant and robust. Dorothy shared that after switching from skim milk to whole milk and incorporating the muscle-building foods I had recommended, she now works part-time as a personal shopper, a role that necessitates extensive walking and carrying heavy bags throughout the day. She stated that she possesses more energy and strength at 69 than she did at 55, a transformation initiated by discontinuing the consumption of that seemingly healthy skim milk. The fifth and final food on our list is refined cereals, a staple found in approximately 90% of senior households and likely residing in your pantry as we speak. These cereals are often chosen for their convenience, their perceived health benefits due to vitamin fortification, and claims of supporting heart and bone health. However, the internal workings of your body upon consuming cereal present a starkly different reality. Within an hour of consuming a bowl of seemingly innocuous cereal, your body actively seeks the essential amino acids required for repairing and building muscle tissue after an overnight fast. The critical deficiency lies in refined cereals, which contain incomplete proteins lacking crucial amino acids such as leucine, lysine, and methionine. When your muscles cannot locate these fundamental building blocks, they enter a state of panic, initiating the breakdown of existing muscle tissue to extract the needed amino acids. You are, in essence, compelling your body to cannibalize itself simply to function. The shocking information that many seniors are unaware of is that refined cereals not only lack essential amino acids, but also contain anti-nutrients that hinder your body's ability to absorb amino acids from other foods consumed throughout the day. The processing that creates those crispy flakes destroys their natural protein structure, generating compounds like phytates and lectins. These bind to amino acids in your digestive system and are subsequently flushed out as waste. Even if you consume protein-rich foods like chicken or fish later, the muscle-building proteins can be effectively stolen by the cereal you ate hours earlier. A recent study tracked 2,500 seniors who ate refined cereals for breakfast daily over a 22-month period. The results were devastating. They experienced a 37% greater degree of muscle deterioration compared to those who opted for protein-rich breakfasts or completely avoided cereals. Researchers identified this pattern as protein starvation syndrome, a condition where muscles continuously break down due to an inability to access the necessary building blocks, even when adequate protein is consumed later in the day. I had the distinct pleasure of encountering Harold, a 71-year-old retired carpenter, at the local hardware store approximately 3 months ago. Harold had first consulted me about a year and a half prior, devastated by his inability to engage in his beloved woodworking projects. His hands trembled when using precision tools. He could no longer lift lumber, and he had abandoned his weekend hobby of building birdhouses due to a lack of strength and coordination. Harold's breakfast routine was as meticulous as his former carpentry work. For over 2 decades, he consumed precisely 2 bowls of raisin bran with low-fat milk each morning, believing he was reaping the benefits of fiber and maintaining good health. This routine had been established by his late wife, and he had never questioned it. Harold was unaware that those refined bran flakes were systematically depriving his muscles of the essential amino acids they desperately required, especially after decades of physical labor had already placed stress on his muscle fibers. At the hardware store, I observed Harold effortlessly carrying a stack of 2x4 lumber to his truck, his hands steady and his movements confident. Harold shared that, after eliminating refined cereals and adopting the muscle-building breakfast foods I had recommended, he has resumed building custom furniture and recently completed a magnificent oak dining table for his daughter's family. He expressed feeling as though he had regained his craftsman's hands and the strength he possessed in his 50s, all thanks to his decision to cease consuming those healthy bran flakes each morning. Now that you are aware of the 5 breakfast foods that have been insidiously undermining your muscles, it is time for the empowering good news. What I am about to reveal are the 5 most potent muscle-building foods capable of completely reversing sarcopenia and restoring the strength you believed was lost forever. These are not arbitrary recommendations. They are scientifically validated muscle enhancers that I have successfully utilized to help over 1,000 seniors reclaim their strength and vitality. The best part? Every single one of these foods is readily available at your local grocery store, is affordable, and can be incorporated into your breakfast starting tomorrow. Recall Margaret, who struggled to rise from her chair, Robert, who couldn't open jar lids, Sarah, who lacked the strength for groceries, Dorothy, who couldn't lift her granddaughter, and Harold, who relinquished his woodworking passion. Each of them experienced a profound life transformation by replacing those muscle-destroying foods with these 5 powerful alternatives. Therefore, have a pen and paper ready, as you will want to jot down these invaluable insights. Before I unveil these 5 life-changing foods, I must pose a question. What are your initial thoughts? Are you beginning to understand why you might be losing muscle despite your best efforts to do the right things? Please share your reflections in the comments, as I am genuinely interested in your experiences. If this information is helping you comprehend what has been happening to your body, I implore you to hit that subscribe button. I dedicate considerable time to researching and producing these videos to assist seniors like yourself. Your subscription signifies your appreciation for this content and helps me reach a wider audience in desperate need of this knowledge. It takes mere seconds, but means the world to me and aids in disseminating this crucial information. Let us proceed. Here are the 5 breakfast foods that will empower you to look and feel decades younger. The first powerhouse food to consider is plain Greek yogurt. Within just 15 minutes of consuming this muscle-building champion, your digestive system breaks it down, releasing a cascade of high-quality amino acids that are promptly delivered to your muscle. Fibers. A single cup of Greek yogurt provides an impressive 20 grams of complete protein, which is double the protein content of regular yogurt. However, its true distinction lies in its exceptional richness in leucine, the master amino acid that acts as a switch activating your muscle-building machinery. Each serving of Greek yogurt delivers 2.5 grams of leucine, precisely the threshold your muscles require to initiate protein synthesis. A recent study tracked 200 seniors, aged 65 to 75, who incorporated plain Greek yogurt into their daily breakfast for 12 months. The results were remarkable. They gained an average of 18% more lean muscle mass compared to those who did not include Greek yogurt in their diet. Even more strikingly, 73% of participants reported significant improvements in grip strength, and 68% demonstrated enhanced balance and mobility scores. Researchers concluded that the synergistic combination of casein and whey proteins in Greek yogurt provides both immediate and sustained muscle-building benefits throughout the day. For maximum muscle benefits, always opt for plain, full-fat Greek yogurt, as the fat content aids in the absorption of muscle-building vitamins A, D, E, and K. Enhance your yogurt with a tablespoon of chopped walnuts or almonds for healthy fats and additional protein. If sweetness is desired, opt for fresh berries instead of honey or sugar. Consuming it within 30 minutes of waking is ideal, as your muscles are most receptive to protein during this time. The second essential food is eggs. Upon consuming these incredible muscle-building powerhouses, your body receives all 9 essential amino acids in perfect proportions, establishing eggs as the benchmark for complete proteins. Within 30 minutes of eating eggs, these amino acids enter your bloodstream and are directed to your muscle tissue, providing every necessary building block for muscle repair and growth. What makes eggs truly exceptional is their unparalleled biological value. Your body can utilize 94% of their protein for muscle building, a figure significantly higher than the 60-70% typically achieved with most other protein sources. Furthermore, eggs are abundant in vitamin D, which functions as a hormone, signaling your muscles to absorb more protein and increase in strength. A recent study involving 1,800 seniors aged 60 to 80 who consumed 2 whole eggs each morning for 14 months yielded astounding results: a 24% increase in muscle protein synthesis and an average gain of 2.3 pounds of lean muscle mass. Notably, 81% of participants exhibited improved leg strength, and 76% reported enhanced overall physical performance. Researchers identified the combination of complete amino acids and vitamin D in eggs as creating optimal muscle anabolic conditions, effectively transforming the body into a muscle-building machine. To maximize the benefits of eggs, always consume the whole egg. The yolk contains half the protein, along with all the vitamin D and healthy fats essential for muscle development. Cook them in coconut oil or grass-fed butter to provide additional healthy fats that boost protein absorption. Scrambled, poached, or soft-boiled preparations are best for preserving the delicate amino acid structure. Consuming them as your first meal of the day ensures your muscles receive the much-needed protein after the overnight fast. The third food to incorporate is avocado. Within 20 minutes of consuming this nutrient-dense superfood, your body receives a potent dose of monounsaturated fats that act as a sophisticated delivery system for muscle-building nutrients. Avocados are packed with over 20 vitamins and minerals, but their importance for seniors stems from their high potassium content, exceeding that of bananas, which plays a crucial role in preventing muscle cramps and ensuring proper muscle contraction. The healthy fats in avocados also stimulate the production of testosterone and growth hormone, 2 critical hormones that tend to decline with age but are indispensable for maintaining and building muscle mass. Moreover, avocados contain glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that shields your muscle cells from the damage incurred during exercise and daily stress, thereby facilitating their recovery and strengthening. A recent study tracked 1,400 seniors aged 63 to 79 who added half an avocado to their breakfast daily for 15 months. The outcomes were impressive, showing a 19% improvement in muscle protein protein synthesis and significantly reduced muscle soreness following physical activity. Most remarkably, 77% of participants reported better joint mobility, and 71% demonstrated improved muscle recovery times between workouts. Researchers concluded that the synergy of healthy fats and antioxidants in avocados created enhanced nutrient uptake conditions, effectively enabling muscles to absorb and utilize protein more efficiently from all other foods consumed. For optimal muscle benefits, choose ripe yet firm avocados. Mash half an avocado with a pinch of sea salt and spread it on your eggs, or slice it and add it to your Greek yogurt for added creaminess. The healthy fats in avocados facilitate the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K from other foods. Always pair avocado with protein, as this combination can enhance amino acid absorption by up to 40%, making every bite of your muscle building breakfast more effective. The fourth category of beneficial foods includes lean meats such as turkey and chicken. Within 45 minutes of consuming these premium muscle-building proteins, your digestive system efficiently breaks them down into a potent stream of amino acids that your muscles recognize as the highest quality fuel available. Lean meats represent the most concentrated source of complete protein. A 4-ounce serving of turkey or chicken breast provides 35 grams of pure bioavailable protein. What makes lean meats particularly advantageous for seniors is their rich content of creatine, a natural compound that enhances muscle strength and power. Additionally, they contain substantial amounts of B vitamins, which aid your muscles in converting protein into actual muscle tissue with greater efficiency than any other food source. A recent study involving 2,100 seniors aged 62 to 78 who incorporated 3 to 4 ounces of lean meat into their breakfast routine for 16 months yielded extraordinary results. They gained an average of 3.1 pounds of lean muscle mass and exhibited a 31% improvement in muscle strength compared to seniors who relied solely on plant proteins or dairy. Even more impressively, 89% of participants reported increased energy levels throughout the day, and 78% demonstrated significant improvements in their ability to perform daily activities, such as climbing stairs and carrying groceries. Researchers attributed these remarkable outcomes to the high leucine content in lean meats, up to 3.5 grams per serving, which provides the most potent muscle-building signal. To derive maximum muscle benefit, opt for grass-fed options when feasible for enhanced nutrient density. Prepare lean meats using gentle cooking methods like grilling, baking, or sautéing in healthy fats such as coconut oil to preserve their delicate amino acid structure. Slicing leftover dinner chicken or turkey and incorporating it into your morning eggs, or preparing homemade turkey breakfast sausage without added sugars or preservatives are excellent strategies. Always pair lean meats with healthy fats, such as avocado, to further enhance protein absorption and provide sustained energy for your muscles throughout the morning. Before I reveal the fifth and final food, the one that traditional Chinese medicine practitioners have championed for centuries, I am curious to know which of the first 4 foods surprised you the most. Have you been avoiding any of them, perhaps under the misconception that they were unhealthy? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you are finding value in this information, I kindly ask that you subscribe and activate the notification bell. There are countless seniors who would benefit immensely from this knowledge, but they may never see it unless you help by subscribing and sharing. The fifth and final crucial food is nuts and seeds. The moment you consume these nutritional powerhouses, your body receives a unique confluence of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and essential minerals that work in perfect concert to orchestrate muscle growth. Within an hour of eating nuts and seeds, the healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, actively reduce inflammation within your muscle tissue, thereby creating an optimal environment for growth and repair. Concurrently, the protein component provides vital amino acids like arginine, which enhances blood flow to your muscles, ensuring more efficient nutrient delivery precisely where it is needed. However, the true secret weapon lies in the magnesium and zinc, Content of nuts and seeds. These minerals directly activate over 300 enzymes involved in muscle protein synthesis, essentially supercharging your body's capacity to build new muscle tissue. A recent study tracked 1,650 seniors aged 65 to 82 who added 2 ounces of mixed nuts and seeds to their breakfast daily for 18 months. The results were remarkable, showing a 22% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates and an average gain of 1.8 pounds of lean muscle mass. Most significantly, 84% of participants experienced reduced muscle soreness and faster recovery times, while 79% reported improved grip strength and hand function. Researchers concluded that the anti-inflammatory properties of nuts and seeds created enhanced muscle recovery conditions, allowing muscles to repair and grow more efficiently than ever before. To maximize the benefits of nuts and seeds, select raw, unsalted varieties such as almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds to avoid inflammatory additives. Soaking them overnight can improve digestibility and nutrient absorption. Incorporate a handful into your Greek yogurt or sprinkle them over your eggs for an added boost of protein and healthy fats. The ideal ratio is 1 ounce of nuts combined with 1 teaspoon of seeds, providing the perfect balance of omega-3 to omega-6 fats that your muscles require for optimal growth and recovery. I understand that some individuals, upon viewing this video, may revert to familiar and comfortable habits, continuing to consume white bread, sugary cereals, and processed meats because the prospect of change seems daunting. However, you are different, are you not? You are poised to implement this knowledge, remain consistent with these muscle-building foods, and share your feedback on your sarcopenia reversal and newfound strength. If this video has illuminated the underlying causes of your muscle loss and provided you with a clear action plan to regain strength, the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. I have imparted information that has the potential to profoundly transform your life and help you feel decades younger, insights that many medical professionals overlook and that could potentially save you thousands in medical expenses. Subscribing is free, takes only a second, and enables me to continue creating content that makes a genuine difference in people's lives. Therefore, please subscribe now, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers, Senior Food Blog.